Yes, we are in the year 2019, and this is a Shadows of Evil Apothicon servant upgrade video. And after nearly 4 years of mystery surrounding the Apothicon servant upgrade in Shadows of Evil, the mystery is now solved. In this video, we are going to explain absolutely everything that went into what was supposedly the unfound Easter egg quest to upgrade the Apothicon servant and what actually happened. So let me cast your mind back to November 6th, 2015. Black Ops 3 Zombies releases worldwide, and we get our hands on Shadows of Evil. As we were all discovering the Apothicon servant for the first time, there was a glitch found where you could place the Apothicon servant in the Pack-a-Punch machine, which would give you an upgraded Apothicon servant. This obviously didn't feel natural at the time, like this was the supposed way to do it, because you had to do a quick weapon swap to put the gun in the machine. A few days later, this method is patched by Treyarch, so there's no way for the Apothicon servant to go into the Pack-a-Punch machine. But since the upgraded version existed in the game, there must have been a legitimate Easter egg to get it. And from November all the way into like February or March, everyone was searching for this upgrade, until Jason Blundell broke all of our hearts back in April with this cryptic message.
Is the Shadows of Evil Wonder Weapon upgradable?
Okay, let me be definite and cryptic at the same time.
As expected.
Yeah. It is not possible to upgrade the Apothicon servant in Shadows of Evil.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
So, what's the real truth? Well, to explain the real truth, I need to thank two people very quickly. The first is a legend called Scobalula, as he has just released a program for Black Ops 3, and its main purpose is to provide access to scripts and maps that Treyarch could never give you access to with the mod tools, and helps give some greater insight into how Treyarch achieves certain things and also find cut Easter eggs from maps. So huge credit to him, otherwise this wouldn't have been possible to find. You can check out the description for a link to his Twitter as well as his GitHub. But my second thank you has to go to Jerry Gaming, as he used this program, found the cut Easter egg, and was able to replicate it into a mod, which he's very kindly given me access to for this video. Please go ahead and check out his Twitter and his channel and thank him for that. So without any further ado, here's the truth. There was never an upgrade quest for the Apothicon servant in Shadows of Evil. It simply doesn't exist in Shadows of Evil, and there is nothing related to an upgrade quest in the Shadows of Evil map files. However, there is a Easter egg quest that is related to the Apothicon servant, which ties in heavily to some of the themes you may have associated with the secret upgrade, which included things like cocoons spawning around the map. The intention of this quest was for there to be a second Apothicon servant, so more than one player could have one in a game. So you'd get the first Apothicon servant just like you would normally by getting the Xenomatter, the Tentacle, and the Margwa Heart. You'd build the Apothicon servant, and then this Easter egg would kick in. But what would happen according to the files is the player would pick up the Apothicon servant, and the game would start to count how many kills the player got with the Apothicon servant. Each time a zombie was killed, it would be added to a specific kill counter, and once that kill count reached 10 kills, the actual Easter egg quest would become visible. And by visible, I mean that a cocoon would spawn in a random location in each of the 3 districts. When you find said cocoon, it will fall to the ground, playing an effect and then dropping the part. So as you can see, I'm in the theatre district, and there are 3 cocoons which have spawned under the train. What happened in the quest is we wouldn't see all 3 of these, we would only see one, and it would be in a random spawn location. But since this quest has been recreated, we have all the spawns available for us. So if I shoot one, as you can see, it drops me the Margwa Heart, and the Margwa Heart would always spawn in the Footlight district. When I make my way over to the Waterfront district, you can see a cocoon right above the door leading you in. This is a really tricky spot, and if this was a real Easter egg, that would have been a really tricky find. But the second place I found this spawn at was under the bridge right here near the station. So by shooting this, it will give us the Margwa Tentacle. And then finally opening the Canal district, there is one location for the cocoon which spawned right up in this top corner, and another right below the train station again. And this would drop us the Xenomatter. matter. So all you'd do is you'd pick up all these parts from these randomly spawned cocoons, take it to a buildable bench, and build a second Apothicon servant, just like with the first Apothicon servant, with the intention of it being a second Apothicon servant, so in co-op games, more than one player could have one. Now, if you know the insides and outs of this map like I do, you'll know that under the map, all of the part spawns are there waiting until they are spawned in normally, and you can always find 2 sets of Apothicon servant parts. I've always wondered why they were there, and now we finally know why there's 2 sets. So very interesting. Now, what you might have noticed also in this mod is that in every ritual room, there are a bunch of these ghost pods. These all look like part of another Apothicon servant quest, potentially the upgrade quest, but unfortunately, it's not, and they never were. Well, the real truth is that these were made just to play sounds on, and they're not supposed to spawn in as a model. The model was probably used because it's such a strange looking model that it would really stick out. There's a much more obvious marker on when a sound was tested and played. So that wraps up that mystery, but I have another unsolved mystery solved in this video, and it's all to do with the Dead Margwa Heart. Now, full credit to the explanation of the Margwa Heart goes to Naniko's on Reddit, discovered what the Dead Margwa Heart was for. So at the end of the Easter egg, on that final step where you need to shock all of the different train tracks, every time you killed a Margwa, it would drop a Dead Margwa Heart. And in the files of the game, the Dead Margwa Heart acts as a phoenix up. So if you've picked it up and people go down in the game, it would revive everyone with all of their perks. And it makes a lot of sense because you're at the final step of that Easter egg. You wouldn't want people to go down and lose all their stuff, but the game has never made it obvious at all that the Dead Margwa Heart had the powers of a phoenix up gobblegum. And what is really unclear is if this actually worked from the launch of the game and no one realized the effect of this until now, or if this Easter egg was cut from the beginning. So if you are feeling like you want to jump back into Shadows of Evil, you can go ahead and test this with a group of players and see if the Margwa Heart does indeed revive any down players. But it is a good idea because a lot of players do go down during that final step of the Shadows Easter egg. But that is going to about wrap up absolutely everything in this video regarding the mysteries of Shadows of Evil. Big thank you to Scobalula for releasing this program because it now gives the community access to see the maps in ways that we would never be able to normally see and learn things about the maps which we never would before. So over the next coming days and weeks, as more people explore all the maps on PC with this program, there's a very good chance that we're going to come across some Easter eggs that were never found in maps before, which are now finally coming to fruition with this program. Great example is today a new Easter egg was found on the remastered version of Ascension, where if you knife the 3 ringing telephones instead of answering them by interacting, it will actually play a Easter egg song by Avenged Sevenfold called Not Ready to Die, which was first seen in Call of the Dead. The fact that something as simple as knifing instead of holding interact is so crazy to me that we're finding stuff like that 2.5 years later. So if anything more gets found, I'll be sure to update you guys with more Easter egg videos uncovering the truth of cut Easter eggs and Easter eggs which we never knew until now. But if you guys were blown away that the truth is finally out there now about the upgraded Apothicon servant in Shadows of Evil, then be sure to click that thumbs up button on your way out. For more zombie content, be sure to subscribe to the channel right now with post notice turned on, and you can catch my previous upload on your screen right now. But thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.